Oh my God, your poor dad.
You got it. Here I go. Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the fourth Brant sister.
Thank you so much, Bailey. That was perfect.
Thank you, Bailey. My Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew.
Welcome back, guys.
This is only the fifth time we've had to restart this because I am being a bully today, I think.
You'll get into it. You're just like a little off, but we're gonna get there.
Okay.
Everything's
Wow, that was
fine.
really nice. I'm kind of scared of you because I did kind of snap at you earlier, and I appreciate you for taking that with grace because usually that's not how it goes.
I know.
Oh, are you scared?
No.
Okay, good.
Why would she be scared? She didn't snap at me.
I'm not scared. I'm just going to sip on my tea.
Okay.
Don't do it like you did last time.
Well, welcome back to Your Poor Dad. This was our first week with our very own full-time employee, me.
How was it?
It was great. I really enjoyed making content all week for the Instagram, the TikTok, the podcast, obviously. We did our second ever FaceTime episode where we talked about Bailey being a little Barbie destroyer of our sex colony. And people really liked that on
I know.
TikTok.
That was really funny.
Because also one thing that I forgot to mention on the FaceTime was that the Barbie shoes situation, I don't really know if you did eat them, but it was funny to say in TikTok.
You know what? I actually take great offense to that because you know what probably happened to those shoes?
Paige
I probably
shoved
them up my nose. Put them in her nose.
Yeah, probably. But regardless, like whoever had two Barbie shoes that matched.
Honestly, I don't remember any of our Barbie shoes.
Yeah.
I do. I remember the tall, chunky boots. I think they came with Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Oh my God.
I do remember one pair of boots, but that's like the first thing you that goes missing out of the Barbie box.
Yeah. And then you just have like weird hairbrushes. Like who actually uses the brushes?
Well,
not us.
And remember, maybe it was just a me thing. We would cut the hair.
Yeah.
And then it was always a mistake because it
Yeah,
was really bad.
There's no way you could ever cut a Barbie's hair and it look good.
I know.
Ever.
And then we would just keep going shorter and shorter.
And we try to give it layers.
And then it was just like bald and spotty.
Yeah. And then we'd have to start over and get a new one.
Yeah.
And then we also had another thing that we didn't say is that like we were obsessed with the Spice Girls and our Spice Girls Barbies had to stay in the box. But then sometimes I would sneak them out and then I would like open it and undo all the little like twisty ties very carefully. And then I'd undress them and look at all of their tattoos. Because the Barbies had their tattoos that they actually had in real life.
Wow.
What really is the point? Because remember, we also had, they might still be in Bailey's room. The Barbies that we
Yes.
had to keep in the box. What are we going to do with those? Are we?
Mom wanted to sell them one day.
They're collector's items.
Are they
like
worth
all our-
I think
anything?
she missed her chance, but we did have a Princess Di beating baby, and now that is a collector's item.
That's probably lost somewhere.
Oh, yes, after all the moves, for sure. But yes, I also wanted to say thank you to all the sisters who wrote in to say, give their condolences about my layoff. I'm doing great. I've actually never felt better, and I think it also has something to do with not drinking.
Probably.
Because Mr. Roberts and I were saying like how our anxiety has been lowered significantly. So if you're a girly who suffers from anxiety, try not drinking for a little bit.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
I really, my anxiety is through the roof. It is real bad.
And it's hard for me because I was just talking to Mr. Roberts about this and we were like, it's really unfortunate because drinking is so fun to be like, oh, wow, it actually does fuck with your brain a lot. Like it really does increase anxiety. Like I truly have had minimal anxiety. Like maybe I had like one little bloop when I thought that I wasn't getting my severance, but then that was it.
I mean, that's also a normal thing to be scared of. That's not like anxiety that's just coming from your body. That's like a situation that's...
And I do recognize that it is very nice that I don't have like a ton of anxiety in general. But like, why am I putting stuff in my body to just give myself anxiety that I don't even have? You know? So I don't know. That's like, it's kind of sad.
Yeah. But I mean, it's
because I love margaritas.
I know, but like you can, like when we went to dinner, you still had like your great little mocktail.
Yeah, you can tell the restaurants who are like you know, with it and who are not. Like when we went to the restaurant, they were kind of like, okay. They accommodated us good. But then we went to another restaurant, and we should have known it was on Rainy. And they were like, whoa, a mocktail. Like they've never heard of it before. And it's like, well, what if I was like pregnant?
What if you also might not be going to Rainy as much if you were.
Well, it was like
pregnant.
a really good restaurant.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you found that out about yourself with the not drinking. That's
Also,
good.
one last thing. Shockingly, Devil May Care has really good non-alcoholic options.
So did Zanzibar.
Zanzibar.
Well, they had two, but the one that I tried was delicious.
Ooh, you did a mocktail?
Well, I added vodka, but like it tasted good.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure it would taste the exact same without the vodka.
Every mocktail I've had. Ooh, you know who also? Lucky Robot has a fantastic mocktail list. And I just kept thinking the whole time, like, this would be great with tequila.
And it probably would.
Yeah.
It probably would.
Yeah. But anyways, Bailey, it was your birthday this week. Would you like to go first on your update?
Okay, it was my birthday.
How old did you turn?
I'm 28 now.
Wow. You're officially like balls deep in your late 20s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Getting way up there.
Yeah,
I was
and
feeling
it's getting way up there, you know.
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
I was feeling really weird about it, like just turbulent in my soul, because also this coincides with my IUD expiring, and when I got my IUD 5 years ago,
you want a baby?
Well, when I got it 5 years ago, that was like going to be the plan, you know? Like, okay, then at this point of the relationship I was in, like it was probably going to be time, and it's like, whoa, super not the case anymore.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna,
Yikes.
I know. So
That's weird that you as a 23-year-old were like, I'm going to have a baby when I'm 28.
I know, she was stupid.
That is like so weird because I feel like I was probably 28 when you got that IUD.
Yeah, 29.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, but don't worry, we're just going to get a fresh one in there, and
Your voice is killing me.
maybe it's because my IUD is running out. I'm going through puberty again.
No, it's
Yikes.
not.
Anyway, I had a really good birthday though. We went to a really good dinner. I liked all the food. It was really expensive, and I feel really guilty about it.
It wasn't that expensive. And also, it was like kind of mid. TBH.
Mid food wise or
Food wise.
I liked some things better than other things. The appetizer with the rattlesnake.
That was weird.
It
done
tasted
without
like
it.
prosciutto that's been sitting out
Yeah.
in your socks for 5 days.
Ew.
There was no flavor.
In your socks.
It tasted like I was eating like flesh.
Yeah, but
were.
I did really like the meat, like the steaks.
You would like the meat.
I did.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
It was
I
great
like the meat,
company
too.
though.
Great company.
It really stressed Paige out because the server was like, okay, so we want you to order all the courses at once so then we can course them out for you. And Paige, like, if you give Paige a rule, she will stick to it. So it really freaked
Well, he
her
made
out.
us stick to it too.
I know.
And it's just, that's a lot to think of all at once. I like having the option of, especially if you have your appetizer that we didn't even really like, you kind of then want to figure out the rest of your meal.
Yeah.
You know?
And he was like, well, this is really on the light side for what we
Well,
ordered.
it's like, well,
And
can you guide us a
then-
little bit?
Yeah.
Like, tell us what we need. Like, what would you suggest?
Yeah.
Either way, pleasant experience. I was like,
Yeah,
happy
it was-
with it.
it
We're
was-
talking a lot about a restaurant that they don't. Should we? No, we shouldn't.
No, not at this point.
Yeah.
It was a really fun time because it was the first dinner that we had Styx and Mr. Roberts together with the three sisters.
How did Mr. Roberts do?
He did great.
I think excellent.
Nice.
Styx was like, I kind of don't remember the Uber drive home. Did I say anything stupid? I was like, no, it's okay. We were all of us non-75.
You guys were drunk?
more than tipsy, I'd say.
Wow. Interesting.
Interesting.
Also, Styx got me a really good present because I asked him like 2 months ago for him to look on Craigslist for a new dresser for me. 'Cause I don't like Craigslist. I don't like the meeting the people and like sticking up with it, you know, like not interested. And then he never said anything again. And then he surprised me with the whole dresser. He surprised me with the whole dresser.
Oh my God.
It was really funny because he came over to drop the dresser off and leave it in the garage. And he had told me that he already wrapped it. And then when I went to go help him move it into the garage, I saw the wrapping, and it was the last of his Christmas wrapping paper that maybe got half of the front panel, and then he just used newspaper for the rest of it. And it just made me laugh because that's something Dad would do.
It was very
That is
effective.
very Dad.
I still had to unwrap it to like know what it looked like. It was effective.
Was it a nice dresser?
Yeah, I like it.
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Now we just
Cool.
need to put it in your room and put your clothes in it.
Yeah, the
Right.
hard part. I guess really he gave me a chore for my birthday because now I have to like clean all my stuff.
Well, you should do that anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, yesterday we went out with our friends and met some new people because one of our friends is in the Raw running group in Austin, and you should join them because one, they were fun, and two, they run a lot and know a lot about running, and I feel like that would be helpful for you during this time.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready for a group run yet.
That's
TBH. I like really going at my own pace, and I think running with other people would really, impede on that.
Yeah, or it would somehow make you go faster. I don't know. I feel like when you're in like the herd, you're all just kind of going.
The thing is, this is a solo journey. Like, I'm going to be doing the marathon alone, and I don't want to like be dependent on anything else but myself in my journey. Like Saturday, it was it was raining, and I was running like
Wow.
Forrest Gump. 10 miles around Lady Bird Lake, ladies
Wow.
and gentlemen.
Wow.
Then I had to walk 2.5 miles to Mr. Roberts' house. So really, I did almost a half marathon.
So I hung out with this girl.
What?
Because what you just said, you ran 10 miles. That was your workout. And then you walked an additional like 2.5, whatever. That's so for your total day, it's 12, 13 miles, whatever.
Yeah.
This girl was trying to tell me a story about a really bad date she had. And she said that she lost her car and she had to walk 5 miles to find her car. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how did you park so far away? You know? And then she said, well, actually, I ran like 3 miles that day, or 3 or 4 miles that day. And then my car was actually just 1 block away. So, but I went back and forth so many times, it was like an extra mile. And I was just like, so you didn't walk 5 miles on your date. You know what I mean?
No.
Look, that's just whatever. It was just, I could not get past that point with this girl. And I was like, I don't know if I like this girl.
She sounds annoying.
It was weird. It was really weird.
But yeah, okay. So how was yesterday?
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
That's
Really-
it?
I mean,
Okay.
I had a great time. I wanted to bring up the running group, but you're not interested. So
I could be interested. I'm just like training for the marathon. I can only do a certain amount of miles a week because of my knee and like blah 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 blah. And so yeah, but maybe. I don't know if I want running to be a lifestyle is what I'm kind of learning.
Okay.
It's a nice challenge, but it's really hard on your body.
I believe it.
Like my knee is so swollen right now. So if anyone's a physical therapist, like can you please DM me because my knee is so swollen at the top of it. It feels like it's going to burst out of my skin.
That's gross.
that sounds
I know.
like a
I
big
did
problem.
I did yoga today and it still hurt. So, but anyways, I had a good weekend.
What did you do?
So funny. I made
Funny you should
reservations. Funny you should ask. I made reservations at this place on Friday night that I saw some girl TikTok about. And I was like, oh, this looks really good. It was like some Korean barbecue place. Then we get there and the vibes were so off. Like it was really bright in the restaurant and like nobody really knew what was going on. And like they didn't have like a host stand. Like the restaurant had clearly been some like fast casual place because it was like a big like counter when you walked in on the left. So it didn't really feel like we were like, oh wait, should we order here? They were like, oh no, just check in here. We're like, okay. Then we sat down. We're like, okay, vibes are off. And this is a prime spot in our week, you know, like Friday night dinner, like you want the vibes to be up.
Right.
So we're like, okay, let's just try the appetizers and then we'll decide if we want to go. And we're like, okay, the only appetizer that's really interesting us is shrimp dumplings. And we're like, we'll have the shrimp dumplings, please. She's like, we're out of the shrimp dumplings. We're like, hey, let's get the fuck out of here. But we did go to Sway Thai. Have you guys been there?
No.
Oh my God, it's so delicious. And like the vibes were high. It was like a really good ending to the night.
That's good.
Have you been to, I need to see what it's called, the new like taco place on South Lamar?
Oh, Masa y Mas?
Yeah.
No.
It was really good.
It was?
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Interesting.
And we, Sam went there for lunch, like right when, I think the week that it opened. And she said the food was really good, but it was still pretty chill. We went that weekend and it was packed. I mean, like line, like wrapping around the whole restaurant. And we had to sit outside because it was so packed. And the owner came out and he was the one like giving us our food. And he's talking to us. He's like so grateful that we were there. And we were like, this is an awesome place. Like the food's great. So you should check it out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts lives very close to that, and we've been keeping up to date with Masa y Mas, but I'm TBD because you know I love my Mexican food, honey. And
Well,
I'm a
that's
harsh
why I
critic.
told you should try it.
so
I
you
know
can
it.
D.
I know it.
Something about you right now is that like unless anything, a story, a thought, a restaurant, like an idea, unless anything comes out of your brain, like your mouth, like you are not about it. Like you're not even willing to entertain.
No, I'm
It
willing
for a
to
second.
entertain. I'm being very Courtney right now, and I don't know how to get out of it.
I don't either.
I'll go to Masa y Mas.
I mean, do or don't. I was just, you guys like to eat food. You like to try new places.
Yeah.
You really like tacos. So
How's the ambiance?
it's a fun time. It's not like a check-in, be seated. It's a little more quicker. So maybe for like lunch or an
Okay.
early, but it's great.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, we also went to another good place that you guys could go is Dirty Birdie
Dirty birdie.
in the Domain. It's a little indoor putt place. We went yesterday.
I saw that.
And it was really cute. TBH, it was like a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but it was really fun. I feel like it'd be a really fun date night, especially if you're like getting to know someone. So just for you guys, I shot a 43, which is not good.
Is it like half? Is it supposed to
It
be?
was only 12 holes. Mr. Roberts shot a 26, and he's like, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. So anyways,
Well, that sounds fun.
yeah, it was really fun. And then I went to Devil May Care Sober.
Good for you. We went to a dive bar yesterday. And then we were just bopping around the east side. Went to a speakeasy that I didn't know was there called the Treasury.
Yeah, something like that.
That was really fun. But it was also kind of sad because we were like the first 5 of us that walked in. We were able to go in, I think only because someone came out and then they didn't let any of the other group come in. So we were like, oopsies. But we hung out there for a little bit. I like finding new little speakeasy spots.
Yeah, that's nice.
But it was a good time.
I also liked the burgers we got because I was starving and we were gonna get burgers at what was that place called?
No idea.
Me neither. But then we didn't, and they're like, no, we're gonna go to a different bar and we're gonna get at a food truck. And I was like, I don't want to complain because there's like a big group, but the food truck was actually really good, so it was okay.
Okay,
I was able.
phew.
I know I was really nervous actually.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope that this is a good week because, like I said, I'm really stressed and it's like work stress. I know you don't know what that's like anymore. But I'm just really hoping that, you know, it's calm. Everyone can send good vibes because otherwise I'm probably going to lose my mind. So, you know, I just have a lot going on this week. So I need some thoughts and prayers heading my way.
Okay.
I was also am still really stressed with work stuff. And I really like it because I always feel like I'm the only one that's like fucking things up. And I'm the only one that's like not, it's like, how does everyone else get all this stuff together? And then, sometimes it's great when you see someone else drop the ball and it's like, okay, we are all human. Everything's fine.
That is really funny because I feel the same way. Like whenever someone messes up, you're like, one, thank God it wasn't me. And two, we're all human.
Yeah, it's like I don't want other people to fail, but it like makes me feel like less of a failure if we can like be all in it together.
Nice.
Yeah.
Women supporting women.
Yes. Women secretly hoping that other women fail a little worse than yourself.
Okay. So do we have any sister stories?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we do. Okay. Hi, sisters. Been loving the pod whilst on my morning stomps around my neighborhood in the mornings. Trying hard to keep a straight face because you guys make me crack up laughing.
Aw.
Just wanted to share some love and support for Jade after her layoff. I was laid off from my job at the start of the pandemic, and it felt like the worst thing to ever happen to me. But in hindsight, it was actually a huge blessing in disguise. If it hadn't happened to me, I wouldn't have emigrated to Berlin from London and met the love of my life and an even better job, which has accelerated my career even further than the previous job. This could be the start of an amazing opportunity and new journey for you that leads to great things. All the best and lots of love. I just thought that was really sweet.
That is really sweet.
I definitely think that this is the start of a new journey for me. And somebody told me that 2023 is like the year of change. So 2 + 2 + 3 is 7. And 7 is like this number in the universe. I don't know. It means like the end of a cycle. So we're all starting a new cycle. So like lots of things can be changing. And I hope it's like not my relationship. I hope it's just the job.
You sound like a Swiftie.
Yeah.
I do.
Which, speaking of, did you ever watch the
I did.
music video?
I thought it was really a very beautiful music video, and I saw somebody say that they thought that this was probably supposed to be the first music video that she released, which makes more sense because, but I don't know, Antihero was like a good like splash into the era.
Mm-hmm. And Antihero had so many, they had the Antihero challenge and they did all these things, so it was the engagement, I think, just really was a good kickoff for the album. But since this music video like is the whole theme and tone of Midnight's, it would have made sense
to make it first.
Yeah.
But I also think that they maybe should have done Antihero, so we got hit with like her, because she always does like a really campy fun video, her first one. And then I think we should have done Lavender Haze because it like is the vibe, and then Bejeweled. Because Bejeweled and Antihero are so similar in their camp factor that like I think Lavender Haze is just, and also it's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like Bejeweled could have like picked the energy back up for the tour because she's gonna start the tour so soon. Like, when is her first date?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know that off the top of my head because I've been so
Probably, like,
selfish
March?
and only paying attention to
Like
our
April
date.
1st is coming quicker than we know. We only have 2 months.
I know. We need to figure out what we're going to wear. I've been seeing people on TikTok already picking out their outfits.
Like, we're doing costumes.
Not necessarily costumes, but it's, a specific vibe.
Okay.
Do
Do we have to like, should we be on theme with each other?
Maybe, I don't know. I feel like we need to see like what speaks to us. We need to start looking and see like what do I think is going to make me feel my best at this concert,
Okay.
and you need to do the same for yourself.
Okay.
And I'm sure everything's going to coordinate perfectly.
Right. And there's so much you can do with the Midnight's era.
Yeah, there really is.
I feel like Midnight's and Reputation are my 2 eras.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. I can't. You keep going.
Okay.
With the stories. I just can't even think about it.
Tiger.
Good. Try to like tap him.
Okay, Bailey, read.
Okay. Hey, sisters. I was listening to last week's episode when a familiar story came up about a teacher. I, too, had the same teacher in 8th grade, and it was one of my childhood friends who sent in that story. She was just as bad in middle school on the dress code.
The Missouri senator.
Yeah, she literally wouldn't even start class until she measured every single girl's shorts length and width of their tank tops. She must have been so distracted by the dress code problems my year that she totally missed the pedophile student teacher that was in her class for the entire year.
Oh my God.
Yes, an ex-stripper who went by Cherry, soon-to-be teacher, was taking the tutoring to another level at my school.
With boys?
She was caught sending nudes to male students, and I'm pretty sure was also confronted about sleeping with one.
What?
Long story short, she never got the chance to become an actual teacher because she got shipped off to county jail. I think we might have had bigger problems to worry about that year other than the dress code. Gotta love the small town drama of the Midwest.
Oh my God,
my
that
God.
is so bad.
That's awful.
Can you, your dog is chewing on the shoe.
I was just gonna let it.
That is so freaking crazy. And why does this girl have such like a cross to bear with? Oh my God, something else I wanted to talk about, but I don't know if you guys are gonna want to talk about it. But okay. Like, first of all, why does this teacher have such a cross to bear with dress code?
Yeah, relax.
Like, what does it have anything to do with you? Especially because it's not like tits are out. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like, that's not what's happening. Your dog is so bad. But another thing, okay, so there's this bachelorette or bachelor girly who married this like guy. Do you know? Okay.
I don't think so.
Maddie Pruitt.
Okay.
And she married this guy and they're like super religious. She's like became this like pastor that's like, she's out there and talking the Lord's word or whatever. And she said, she's the one that has that TikTok sound that's like, only Jesus can satisfy. Which like, okay, why are you like saying it like that? Like only Jesus can satisfy?
Yeah.
And it's like, I think, you know, religion is very personal and you should for sure do whatever you need to do. But like her and this husband that she married, and he's such a wiener. Like literally, he is the biggest weenie, nerdy boy ever. They're like, they did this interview and it's making the rounds on TikTok and they're saying, basically in there, they're like, we were tempted by Satan the whole time we were dating to hook up. And
I actually saw that clip.
And he was like, anytime we got too handsy, I woke up the next morning with so much shame because Satan put that shame on me. And then he said, now that we're married, Satan is trying to keep us apart because now we're tempted to not hook up, be intimate because Satan doesn't want us to. And it's like, I feel like we're really simplifying this and not getting to the root of the issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like, I don't know, whatever. But to say that like, do you not want to, is this bad?
No, I just don't know what to say. I think it's, you know, people use religion in different ways. And I think that a lot of the times it's like very helpful and that could be like a good lens for like them to discuss there, because maybe it is better that they're still talking about it. Some people might not want to tell their husband or wife like, I don't want to be intimate with you, but I guess it's easier to talk about it if you say it's the devil's fault.
Well, I think it's also like you're blaming Satan, but really the main culprit here is purity culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like the reason why you felt shame isn't because of Satan, it's because people have told you your entire life that like being intimate before marriage is a bad thing.
right.
Yep.
And you can make that decision to not hook up, or I don't know why I keep saying hook up. Like it sounds like I'm like 16 years old. You can make that decision to not be intimate, but like also it's not like Satan, I feel like.
I agree that it's
I
probably
agree.
not Satan.
I feel like I don't really want to make a comment on this because
Okay.
I feel like there's some things that are
Oh, because
a
of
little
your
too
faith,
close to
your faith
too
path?
close to home a little bit. So
Faith journey.
Just like
Yeah.
also sad that it's so ingrained in these two people in particular that like now they can't even enjoy their intimacy because
Yeah.
it's not forbidden.
well, I think the only thing I will say is everyone is entitled to their own opinions. I think that it's odd to be posting TikToks like that where you're.
Well, they did an interview and they cut it into a TikTok.
I just like saw it on TikTok because it's like you do you, but
It's very strange.
yeah.
And when you put yourself on that high of a horse, that's like a far way you're setting yourself up to fall.
Yeah.
Because like this guy, I mean, you can go in so many different directions with that. Like their wedding was like $1.5 million, $1.5 million.
How long have they been married?
Like they have been together less than a year, I think.
And Satan's already trying to keep them apart.
He's literally such a weenie, you guys.
But why do you like? In what way?
No, and it's in what way?
Like, why do you?
He's like, oh, yo, like my girl is so dope. Like that's his vibe. Like that's not a direct quote, but that's like something he would say.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find
His
them later.
vibe is like, oh my god, my girl is so fly. Like I'm just like, he's so weird, and he's just taking the internet by storm because anytime a clip gets posted of him, it's just like everyone's like,
Oh my god.
I live for people like that. Like I don't want to consume a lot of the content because I hate watch it, and that's not good for my soul. I'm trying not to be that kind of an asshole.
It's also not good for your algorithm because the more you give it, the more they give
then
it.
I like it.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Yeah.
Or Satan's gonna take it away.
And she's like, only Jesus can satisfy. And it's like so sexual. Like, do you not see how sexual that is?
I do see how sexual that is.
Well, she can only be satisfied by Jesus and not her husband. That's why
Clearly.
it's weird.
Oh my God, are we mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, sorry guys.
Yeah. Wishing them well.
But if Maddie Pruitt is listening, come on the podcast. Save us. Save our souls.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, sisters.
Hello.
First off, just wanted to say I've been listening since episode number 1 and I've loved every minute, so keep doing what you're doing.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I decided I should finally write in to celebrate 1 year together. Happy anniversary to you and us. And of course, your poor dad's newest, and to congratulate your poor dad's newest full-time employee.
Thank you.
I changed the sentence and I messed it up. So here's my story from a few years ago. I was dating my now ex for about a year at this time, me 22 and him 24. While on the way back from a road trip, I asked my boyfriend to give me his phone so I could send myself the pictures we had taken that day. So he hands over his phone and I go into the camera roll. And of course, being the unstable snoop I was at that ripe age of 22, I also decided to hop into their recently deleted folder because why the heck not?
Good idea.
Well, at the top of the deleted photo were multiple screenshots from Facebook of my best friend. So of course I confront him being like, what the fuck, why are these here? Note, these were not thirst traps, just pictures that someone's grandma would comment on. He was stunned, like could not formulate words. It caught him so off guard. He tried saying it was an accident or whatever at first, but these were deep into her profile. After several minutes of silence, he admitted to using them. Yes, using them. Long story short, that was the last time I ever saw that man. Literally got in my car and went home and then moved away 2 weeks later after graduation. He begged and begged me to take him back, but I was so spooked by it, I immediately lost all attraction for him. Like, wasn't sad at all, just straight up disturbed. Even talked to multiple of my guy friends to get their thoughts and all agreed it was super odd, but also who would admit to that?
Ew.
So tell me, one of you finds your man jerking off to pictures of one of your sisters or closest friends. What are you doing? What are you saying? I wanted to die. I was so shook. That never even crossed my mind of being something to worry about.
That is, I think you made the right choice.
100%.
Like first of all, sisters, that's a whole other level. Like I know the girlies love to be like, this girl's just like my sister. No, it's so different. If it was your actual sister, that's actually fucked up. Mm-hmm. If it's your friend, it's really fucked up too. But like your sister, that's so gross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there's also still no question for me, I would do exactly what she did.
Yeah, like you have to do that. That's so inappropriate. Like if a guy is doing that at all with like somebody you know.
Yeah, like first of all, say that you sent a picture of this girl to one of your friends, like, oh, I was thinking of maybe setting them up. Lie. And like, why not lie about it instead of saying?
He was so caught off guard, he could not even think of a lie fast
And
enough.
how could you not? Like that's like something that like it could be so easy to lie about.
Okay, but
like,
here's
the truth is the hardest thing to say in that
But
situation.
here's what I don't understand. This dumbass, because if you're already deleting the pictures, why would you not just delete your recently deleted folder?
Maybe he doesn't know that exists.
Yeah, he's probably an idiot. And all like it's not even a sexy picture. What are you doing? Like you're just what is that? Men are fucking weird.
And also, if it's like on her Facebook profile, just look at the profile. Why are you taking screenshots? And then
and
Maybe
what
he
woman
needed,
would
like, to
ever
sequence
like
them.
just look at a man and just be like, I'm turned on so much I need to take this to the bedroom.
Yeah.
You did the right thing, because
Absolutely.
imagine the thing about men is like, and people in general, okay, I won't be like that, but if there's like the tiniest little problem, take it from me, the tiniest little problem that shows up early on in your relationship becomes a bigger problem later. Oh, Mark is just doing a little bit of cocaine in the bathroom. Oh, just a little bit. Everyone else is doing it. 2 years later,
divorce. Yeah.
Yikes.
And I think that was a good point where it's like, is this weird? Like, what's going on? And she's like, no, kind of doesn't even matter to explore that, because
Yeah.
she was just so like,
no, there's
that's
nothing
the
he can
line.
say that is and you know, a lot of girlies would be like, oh, well, we're gonna go to counseling because he has an addiction to blah blah, and the guys will make up some sort of like fucking trauma response or some like clinical thing, and it's like, no, he's just fucked up.
Well, and I'm not getting over that. And
No.
then every single time we were doing anything, I'd be like, who are you thinking about right now?
yeah,
Me
you could
or
never
her?
hang out with your
Like
best friend
no,
together.
or best friend, and at that point you're punishing your poor best friend for doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, Nancy, you can't come anywhere with us because my boyfriend was using your innocent photos that my grandma commented on, probably.
That's so weird. And also, many men are like pervs, and like people have probably done this, and no one needs to know. Why did he need to like screenshot them? It's so weird.
Because men are weird. Men are the problem. It's them.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that, but like, really, when you look at serial killers, numbers don't lie. There's not a lot of women. Oh my God. There was the craziest thing I saw on Instagram, that they did this study. They took a group of little boys, like 10-year-old boys, and a group of little girls, 10-year-old girls. This sounds like it's going somewhere weird, but it's not. Okay. And they gave them all cooking lessons before putting them in a house together for like a certain amount of time. And so they were giving them like the tools to be able to survive on their own, and they
Right.
documented it. Mm-hmm. Well, the boys, like day 2 was like anarchy. They were like flipping the mattresses. Like the house was completely wrecked. They were like taking sticks to the walls and just like beating the walls. And the girls, they literally had like a little spa area where they were like doing each other's makeup, and like they took showers before bed every single night. They cooked for each other. They had a chore chart. And it was just like there was no rules. The girls just were more like, and then somebody also brought up an interesting point, like maybe it's not just like inherently men and inherently women, but women are just raised to do shit like this, and men are just like raised to fucking destroy shit. Yeah. Like men are raised that like someone will take care of this for
Right.
you. But also, in turn, women are also raised to think that like a man will take care of certain things for you too, you know? So I just thought that was interesting.
That is
That is
wild.
This is becoming like a man-hating episode, and I'm like I don't know why.
That's okay.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Men weren't so stupid. We wouldn't have to hate them, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder what it would have been like if they lived together.
Yeah. Well, it's like Lord of the Flies. Like, I wonder what that would be like with all girls.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably fine.
They'd be like cooking the pig and just Didn't they put the pig's head on the steak? And
Yeah.
It was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Okay.
Last one. Hi, sisters.
Hello.
I love the pod. I listened to your episodes multiple times. I fully support adding another episode each week. Anyway, I need some advice. I'm in an era of change. 2023.
Same girl.
Because it all adds up to 7.
2 + 2 + 3 is 7.
Right. And
And-
that is change.
2
And-
+ 0 + 2 + 3. Sorry.
Thank you for the accuracy. I'm turning 23 and graduating college this spring.
Good for you.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
I've been single for about a year now, focusing on school and building my resume. First of all, this is one of the longest periods I've ever been single, and I haven't had many encounters in the last year at all. Now that I'm in a good place after my last relationship and things are going well for me in my life, I want to get back out there. But holy crap, I lost my mojo. I used to be the social, bubbly, and often the playa of the group. Now I feel like I've completely forgotten how to talk to a man. Also, all of my girls are in serious relationships, so there's not often the opportunity to go out and meet guys with the support of my girlies.
Oh, yeah.
I've started to feel really down on myself, lonely, and even insecure. I'm having anxiety about going out now too. Do you have any advice on getting back out there to meet new people and dating in general at 23?
I do. First of all, 23, honey. You've got your whole life ahead of you.
Can I already guess what your first 2 pieces of advice are?
Yes.
Spray tan and get your nails done.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, that for sure. Third of all, what you need to do is to find somebody that you don't like very much, but you like just enough to be around. So then you can get that like leg up back onto the dating scene.
Yeah.
Because like you need somebody to feel. You need to feel the feeling of somebody being obsessed with you again. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry that you guys are going to think that that's not toxic and you need to, or that is toxic and that you need to find it within yourself, but that is finding it within yourself.
But also, I think even before that, it sounds like she said she lost her mojo, like to put herself out there, right? So even to find, if she's going to go your route, like even to find the guy that she doesn't like that much, that's just going to be obsessed with her, like she needs to get to the point where she's actually going out and finding those people.
So you just need to go out on some dates and then like find somebody who you like kind of like, or my favorite thing to do is to dig into the friend archive and just start being like, hey, do you want to like get some lunch and then you'll pay for it and then you drive me around while I'm drunk?
Yeah, that's one way to go about it.
That's what I liked to do. But if you don't have a friend archive, I would just get on the dating apps and
It really is like practicing. Like you'll probably go on like 5 dates before you want to go on a second date, and then it's true.
it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
I mean, 1,000,000% it's a numbers game. I would just start going on like maybe 2 Bumble dates a week or Hinge dates.
And even just matching with people, I feel like will give you that confidence boost, because even if you're not on the date, they're going to be eager to actually meet. And that excitement of someone wanting to hang out with you, adds up. And you're like, okay, cool. Like, let's do this.
And being on like the dating apps and you're seeing all the guys like horrible profiles, it's like really reminds you that you have nothing to be insecure about, because all
they're
those people
awful
out there. Yeah.
And what I would do is I would figure out like your one first date outfit that you really, really like. You feel really confident, really comfortable in it. You think you look great in it. And you can just use that one outfit for every first date that you go on. So you don't have to stress about it. You don't have to think about it. Just make sure, because who cares?
And another thing that always helps me be confident is working out and eating healthy. And it's so obvious, but like once you start taking care of yourself and you see, and maybe like you're already in good shape, maybe you're already doing that, whatever, but like just seeing something change that you are doing over time is such a confidence builder. Like when I started getting into working out, it was like around the time that me and Mark were getting our divorce, when I really started working out. And then I was like lifting weights, and each week I got a little stronger, and that made me feel more confident too. It wasn't always just about like my physical body changes. It was like I'm able to lift 15 pounds when I'm doing my bicep curls. And then also you see like little muscles pop up and you're like, oh, that's cool. That's a muscle. So taking care of yourself. And then the more you take care of yourself, the more respect you have for yourself. And I think that just turns into confidence and then mojo, and then you're shaking your ass at the club and meeting a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also think of it like you don't need them, they need you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So your dogs are loud as fuck.
I know. I'm sorry. They just are so sleepy.
Well, girls, what time is it? 6? What?
Nothing.
You just
Looked like you had something to say.
Oh.
Someone else emailed, but I didn't print it out, but they were just saying nice things to us, and they were like, I'm sure you get this all the time, but like I live in Austin and I would love to like meet up and get a drink or hang out or something, so maybe we need to start planning an Austin meetup.
Okay.
That
And
would
by
be
we
fun.
I mean you are a full-time employee.
Yeah, I'm down.
That would be a lot of fun.
I'm down. Once you guys get us more sisters, if you can get us to 5,000 sisters on Instagram, I'll plan a meetup.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, we're close.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening. Anything else?
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. She's back.
Do we have any specific thing we want people to write in about?
We're gonna talk about friendship breakups next week,
Heck
so that will be juicy.
Yeah.
So write in with yours.
yourpoordad@gmail.com.
All right.
Okay, well, thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.